Hello, this is Lisa from Happy Stamp, and today we are going to be making this Thanksgiving card using the Perched in a Tree, Perched in a Tree bundle. I think if you just changed up the sentiment, since these are pine cones, you could probably make this a Christmas card as well, maybe put it in red. But we're gonna stick with the Thanksgiving theme here. All right. My supplies, my sheet, so I know what I'm talking about. All right. So we are going to need a piece of the thick, my envelope, thick basic white for the card base, which is missing. So let's see. I had a class yesterday, and I always try to make one extra kit in case I forget something, somebody accidentally makes a mistake, and that's what happened. So just need to cut that in half there, and then we will score this at 4 1/4. Go. Then we will fold this in half on the score line. Take our bone folder, good crease so that it lays flat, just like that. All right, then we need a piece of, let's see, then we need another piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. We only need one of those. We need a piece of the Painted Christmas Designer Series paper, and this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So this is just going to layer right on here, like that. And yes, we do need that other piece of basic white. This piece of crumb cake measures 4 1/8 by 5 3/4, and then another piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4, just like that. So that's for the inside. All right, we need a piece of crumb cake for the leaves, a piece of early espresso for another leaf, and this piece of early espresso, which measures 3/4 by 3 3/4. We are going to be bannering the ends, so it will be just a little bit smaller. So let's bring in, I need the big guy for this one. We will get the stuff cut out here. So we're going to take this one, and I'm actually going to use the magnetic platform, which we are not able to get right now. I'm hoping soon. So we will do that, and we're taking this big image right here and try to get that on straight. Okay, and then while I have this out, well, I can only do one because I only have one leaf. So we will I'm using this leaf right here. So I'll just cut that one out while we have it on here. Then we will take a number 3 and we're going to roll that through. All right. Perfect. Get all this out of here. We only need one of the early espresso, and then we'll get all of this off of here if we can. There. All right, then we will take the piece of crumb cake and roll that through. All right, and then one more time. So, if you have been thinking about joining Stampin' Up, coming in January, there's going to be an incentive that is pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. Celebration starts in January, and they usually have sign-on incentives during a celebration time. This year is no different, and I'm really excited about it, so stay tuned. What else? There was the on stage yesterday. I didn't get to go, but my upline, who's really good about keeping us informed, told us all about the good stuff, so I can't wait for that. Paper pumpkin for December is going to be really cute. From what I gather, I haven't printed out the PDF yet, but it is gift card holders, and they're really cute. So as soon as I get the PDF printed out, I will share that because it's really cute. All right. Get all this stuff out here. Sorry about that. All right, let's go ahead and get this stamped so that I think then we can just put our card together. So I'm going to take our embossing buddy, and this comes in the essentials pack. I can't remember what exactly that it's called, but you get the embossing buddy, you get a paintbrush, you get tweezers, you get a tray, all the things that you need to help you emboss like a pearl. That is in the mini catalog right now. Hopefully, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that carries over into the new catalog. So for my Happy Thanksgiving, I'm using the Painted Pheasant stamp set. So get this lined up here. Use my Versamark. I used my embossing buddy to help with the static. Which way do I need to look at my card real quick? Okay. It's a little crooked, but it will do. I think I put my sticker on crooked is what I think I did. It's pretty crooked, but I'll probably redo it after the video. Here is our white embossing powder. There we go. Then we will take our heat tool and let that warm up for a sec. I want to make sure that there's no extra embossing powder anywhere on my image. So you just heat that up until it gets shiny, and as soon as it gets shiny, you move it right down. And then I usually give a little heat to the back just to keep it from warping as much as possible. It's going to warp no matter what because of the heat that you put on it, but that helps a little bit. All right, let it dry, or cool, I should say. Let it cool, and then as soon as it cools, you can take your finger and get all the extra embossing powder out of there. So you can either banner your ends with a with your scissors by cutting up and then going in from each side, or you can use the banners pick-a-punch. I want this one. Got extra embossing powder all over the place. Swiffer works great, but they're, you know, in the other room. So we will slide this in here. There we go. And give it a punch. Oh, and I did use the wrong one. I do that every time. All right, so put it in the other one. Luckily, I had enough on the end there. There we go. That's the correct one. I do that usually every time. I have no idea why. All right, so there is our sentiment. I'm also going to make a triple loop bow. So I'm going to use my bow maker here that I got, and I'm using the Baker's Twine Essentials pack. And if I can get this open, I am using this one right here. And if it's a little windy for you, spirally, just take your bone folder and give it a little run across. And I'm making a triple loop bow. And I think I want it just a little bit bigger. Okay. Make sure that's in the middle because you can't move it once you tighten it. Okay, there is that. Get my scissors, cut that off. I'm going to make it a little bit longer because I don't know how long I want it. All right. Got my early espresso ink over there, but that's all right. All right, so we're gonna take our card base and the piece of designer series paper. This is nice and thick designer series paper. Some of them are thinner than others. But this is a nice thick one. We will put that on the front of the card, and it really doesn't have a right or a wrong direction. Just want to make sure we get a good border, or the same border, on all four sides. All right, then I'm going to take my piece that I die cut. There's a couple in there yet. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. Let's see. So I'll put some bigger ones in the corner. Then I'm going to take some of the smaller ones with my tweezers, and I'm going to put those in the bigger areas of the trees. You don't have to put too many on there, just enough so that it's not going to smush when you mail it, assuming that you're mailing this. I think that's probably good. As I say, you don't need too many dimensionals, as I put 50 million on there. Right? All right. Now I have to take all the backings off of all of these guys. So we will take all the backings off. We got an inch of, I'm in southern Wisconsin. We got a good inch of snow. It's gone now, but we got a good inch of snow while we were at my sister's house for my class yesterday. The backside got stuck to the backside of the dimensional got stuck to the, yeah. So we'll just take that one off. But it looks like, I don't know, Wednesday, we're going to be getting some more. And of course, on Friday, I'm going to Chicago for a conference for work. All right, so this is going to go right in the middle here. Dimensional backs everywhere. So I'm going to try and get this on as evenly as possible. Right, here we go. Then I'm going to take my Happy Thanksgiving, and I'm going to kind of gauge where I want it here, about there. I am going to cut off just a, well, maybe I'll just leave it. I'll see. All right, I am going to put a dimensional, a large dimensional right here. So I'll put a large dimensional right there between those branches. And then I'll put a little bit of my wet glue right over here. So just like that. All right, then I'm going to take, let's see, how did I do that? So I'm going to take these and go like this. I don't know why I tighten this down every time. I'm so afraid that my glue is going to dry out. So I'm just going to put those like that. And then we will take, I think think I'll put this one down first. So we'll put a little bit of glue on the back of that. This doesn't have any glue on it on this side, so I'm able to lift that up. So just like that, maybe down just a hair so that you can see the little stems. And then this one is going to go, but we are going to have to lift that up just a little bit. There we go. I think I'll lift this one up just a tad. If you get glue on there, it is, you just take your adhesive eraser and just wipe that off when you're done, after it's dry, and it'll be fine. All right, so here is our triple bow, and I'm going to use a glue dot. Kind of wad it in half there. I'm going to put my glue dot down. You could put it on your bow if you want, but that way I get it right where I want it. Put that right there. And take my ribbon scissors here, and I'll just cut these off just a little bit. All right, so there is that. Then I'm going to take some of our rusted metallic adhesive backed dots, and I'm going to scatter them about. So take your pick tool, get my sample over here so I can see where I put them. Not that you have to put them in the same spot, but okay, so I have a large one. And a small one. You just put them wherever you want them. And I just did some of the large and some of the smaller ones. All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have an odd amount, which I guess is what you're supposed to do. It seemed to pop, and when I put those on, I really liked that. All right, let me get all these backs. Then for the inside, I took a piece of the crumb cake and basic white, and I just layered those. Got some adhesive on the front there. I layered those together with, again, the really small border. And then I also took, which I'm not going to do because my ink is over somewhere else, I took this stamp right here and I stamped it off once and just did that on the inside. I did it 2 times. So you can do that. This works better if you use your silicone mat. I don't know what it is, but something about it makes it work perfect. So then that goes on the inside. Did I do this? Oh, I did these the opposite. So this one I did this way, which works. And this one I did this way. So you could do it either way, whichever way you want to. All right, so then there is that. Then for my envelope, which is right here. For my envelope, I took just another piece of the same designer series paper. I'm really trying hard not to leave my envelopes naked. And my mom's like, don't waste that designer series paper. I'm like, but I have so much. I need to use it. So we'll just put that on there. And then we can take our snips and we just cut around here. Just right along the flap of the envelope. And then I also took Early Espresso and used the branch and just stamped the branch on the front of the envelope. But like I said, my ink is over there and I'm not going to dig it out of my box. So I just did that on the front. And then there you have it. That is it. So I like it. I think it's really pretty. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a message below. I'll be happy to answer them. All supplies can be purchased through my online store at happystamp.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.